Hello, growing peas as microgreen. So we have this 3 feet bed, 3 feet tall bed, 8 feet by 4 feet, and I'm using maybe 8 inches by 8 feet to grow microgreen peas, microgreen. So for this session, I planted June 18, 2025, and today is June 24, 2025, and I planted 1 pound of peas. You can see them, they germinated. So how can you plant peas in a microgreen in a raised bed? So I clean up this area, and then I pat it down. I didn't have space to really scrape the dirt to the side, so I pat it down because I covered the bed with wood chips. So I moved the wood chips to the side and I pat it down with a hoe firmly, and adjust. That way you can have a flat surface to work with, not bumpy area. So, or elevation in some area and flat surface in some other area. So patting it down to make it flat allow you to put the seed evenly on the floor and put more where you have gap. So, and then I just cover it. I put the seed down, and then I just scrape the dirt from the ground to put on top of it, and then I pat it down as well with a hoe. And where some peas were exposed, I add more dirt and pat it down, and then I water it, and I water it every day or so. But yesterday it rained, so I didn't water it yesterday. And you can see now it's breaking through, but again, pretty much I cover the whole surface with peas, so that means there are more that are trying to break through. 2 days ago there were some cracks, and now you can see they are coming out of the cracks, and that means more will come out. I'm not trying to scrape the dirt off of them. I just left them. I didn't cover the surface with anything. I just put a good amount of dirt on top of it and pat it down, and that's it. And they are pretty much breaking through here. So that is how you can grow microgreen outside on a raised bed. And few days ago I harvested peas microgreen for salad from another raised bed here, and it came from this section. So you can still see some that down. We planted them 6/8 June 8, 2025, and I harvested them the 22nd of June. You can see them. Pull it out and then cut. But we still have few that we didn't harvest. But yeah. And we have others that we harvested from here as well. But that is just an example of how you can grow microgreen outside. But of course, to create those beds, we use topsoil. We purchase topsoil, and this one we purchase topsoil from a landscaping company, so it's really soil. When the bed that I just showed you that we harvested from, it was topsoil from the store. It was more like a broken wood chips or something like that, because the bag was light, and we covered this one with topsoil from our own property, and then I put wood chips on it. I planted a radish here earlier this year. harvest them, and then I'll clean up this section so that I can use it for microgreen. So thank you so much for watching. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments, and we thank you very much you all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiabi Liberman, because of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and Nina.com our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways you can save money and different ways you can make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And growing your own microgreen is one way to save money. Thank you. If you are doing it outside, during the season, it might be a little bit less expensive than doing it indoor, where you are using new soil every time. But again, we are learning, and we'll be sharing our experience with you. I just feel like when it comes to onion, I might do better with microgreen than try to grow it to full maturity, because I don't know, I do better with perennial vegetables than annual vegetables. And I like to try microgreen to see how I feel about it, because I'm trying to grow a lot of green that I can use for cooking in winter time. So I froze some of the peas that I harvested, pea shoot that I harvested, and I used them yesterday. I sauteed them to serve it with food, with dinner, and it was okay. I mean, you saute something a little bit soft, right? So I didn't expect that to be crunchy or anything. But yeah, thank you.